So, this is an impromptu episode because I was supposed to have a guest today. Things fell through. And you know what? I was like, instead of wasting studio time, let me just put some shit together. Let me just put some shit together and do a solo episode and talk about some cool woman to woman, heart to heart type of shit. So that's what we're doing. That's where we are. Welcome back to another episode of Just Jay the podcast. Again, I'm in the studio. Okay, the first one. Well, not the first one, but again, shout out to Poncho for letting me use your studio. You're the best. Love you so much. Oh my god. But yeah, we are back on the black couch, moving to our new studio very, very soon. But I have like I have some more episodes that have been booked up here that I'm just like, let's get through those first and then we'll transition. I was trying to transition like April 1st, but that may move towards like the middle towards, oh, my ears are ringing. Somebody's talking about me. Fuck you, bitch, whoever you are. But that's gonna probably move towards like the middle or end of April to transition to the new Long Island studio, which I'm super excited about. I want to get all the things done and all the collaborations done that I was supposed to do here first before I can do that. Um, and most of the guests that I'm recording with are from like more out this way. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep this studio going. Let me just make sure everybody has, is accessible to where I'm trying to go. So yeah, here we are. What else did I want to say? Little housekeeping stuff. By the time you guys watch this, it's probably going to be like in the middle of April when you hear this. So whatever. Let's do like a check-in on like how I feel. I feel really good. Not gonna lie. Obviously, like I had another episode planned, but like the impromptu, like just throwing something together, writing on my cue cards, like trying to find the topics to talk. And this is what Pancho was saying, because he was like, I was talking to him about like, having to like scramble to find things to talk about now in this episode. And he was like, there's so many topics to talk about. You could talk about anything. And you could just do a freestyle episode, which I've done that before, but like I feel like the reason I don't like doing freestyle episodes if I'm not prepared for it is because I feel like I ramble so much when I'm doing them. And like watching them back for me is so excruciating because it's just like, bro, I don't know. I feel like I lose my train of thought. And I feel like if I have my cue cards written out and things like go step by step by step, I feel like it flows so much better for me. And my mind is able to just, flow with the wind. But it's okay because I got my cue cards, baby. I went in my little note section and I found me some stuff that I wanted to talk about. So the show must go on. We're gonna get to it. The first thing that I really wanted to talk about was, because you guys know I'm about to turn 25 in literally 4 weeks from today. I just did the math with Pancho. And I'm like, it's not that I'm nervous. I'm more so excited because I just like walking into a new chapter of life is just like such a big deal for me. You guys know I love birthdays. I'm super birthday heavy. I go hard for it. So it's just like a lot of the things that like go into my birthday or like leading up to it, like I enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy the lash appointment, the nail appointment, the hair appointment, the birthday photo shoot, which I will be doing. Shout out to Shots by Huncho. I'm definitely going to be doing a birthday photo shoot. Actually, my shoot is in 2 weeks. You guys will see those pictures later. But I enjoy all the birthday things, and I feel like being that I'm about to turn 25, and my mom had the nerve to tell me that 25 wasn't a milestone. She was like, "No, I thought it was 21, then 30." I said, "Girl, 30, I'm gonna be in another country somewhere, doing on an island, doing 30-year-old things. Not what are you talking about?" And then she was like talking to her coworkers or whatever, and her coworker was like, "No, 25 is definitely a milestone. Like it's 21, 25, then 30." So, oh my God, let me tell you guys this story, right? So I've been telling my mom that I wanted to I wanted to throw a 25th birthday party, right? Because you guys know I love to party. I love to do it with my family. I just love it. And for my birthday last year, for 24, I was in Colombia. Oh God, I was in Colombia with my ex-boyfriend, and it just wasn't the best. It really wasn't the best because I just feel like when you're going to another country like that, it's gonna first of all, it's gonna be a culture shock. And number two, I went for an entire week. Way too long. Way too long. Then I think I went from the 20th to the 27th to the 27th, and we were flying back on the 27th. 27th is my fucking birthday. So I was like, who the fuck wants to sit in the airport all goddamn day on their birthday? Then I woke up the day of the 27th because we had been eating crazy types of food the whole week. I woke up on my birthday, stomach on tilt. On tilt, bro. To the point I'm throwing up. It was just a lot. And then we had to fly all the way back home. I'm like, bro, that shit was it wasn't the best. So for 25, I feel like I have to make up for it a little bit. So I was telling my mom, I was like, yo, like I really want to throw a 25th birthday. Like I really do. She was like, I don't know, like we'll talk about it, whatever, whatever. Cause I feel like for my mom, she probably was trying to get me I don't know. I don't know what she was trying to do for my birthday, but I think she already had a plan in mind to what she wanted to do. So I guess throwing a party was just not in her wheelhouse. So come to find out, my mom is a party girl. So if I tell her I want to throw a party, she's gonna go all out for it. She's gonna do the most. She's an Aries. Her birthday is actually on Tuesday. This Tuesday. It's April 1st. She's an April Fool's Day baby. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, she's an Aries, so she just is over the top and extra. And I love it because when it comes to planning things, she thinks of details that I would so miss. Like, I don't even like at my dad's 50th birthday party. I think that was last year. He's 51 now. And I walked into the party. I said, "Yo, you thought of everything. Like there was nothing missed." And I was like, but for my party, I was like, I don't want it to be over the top. I just want all my people in one room, some good food, some good music, a nice little spot. That's it. Of course, my mom is like, "Bro, that's not going to work for me. We need more than that." So whatever. So she makes like this Pinterest board of like all these different spots that she found on Long Island to have the party at. And all the spots that she was looking at were like 45, 50 minutes away. I'm like, bro, I want it to be local, like at least 30 minutes from my house. Like that's it. Because first of all, I'm trying to get people drunk because it's my 25th birthday. Hello. And that's what my family does. We get around each other, we drink, we smoke, like we do a big, like we are party people. So I'm like, I really want to get people drunk and I don't want them to drive 45 minutes out. My birthday's on a Sunday, so I would be doing this the Saturday before. So the Saturday night is going into my birthday. So I'm sure people are going to come back to my house and get even more drunk. So I'm like, I'm not trying to have them drive too far to get no. So we found this spot literally 30 minutes from my house, literally 10 minutes from my job. So she was like, okay, I'm going to, ask the guy if I can go look at the space before we book it. So I'm like, cool. And it's so funny because the day she was going to go look at the spot, I had to go to Jackson's house, my second side gig. So I was like, damn, like, I'm going to just tell Jackson I'm going to be late. She was like, listen, if anything, I could just go look at it myself and you go to work. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I could just tell her to go by herself. She know what she's looking for. She know what I want, like, whatever. But at the last minute, I'm like, okay, send me the address just so I could see how far it is from where I'm at right now. Literally, like, 11 minutes. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go see it with her just because I just wanted to be involved and I didn't want it to put all on her, to be put all on her. So I go to the spot. Mind you, when I'm literally parking my car and I'm like, yo, I've been here before. Like, I've literally been here before. And it's crazy because I think it was for my 22nd birthday. Whoever owned that spot made it into like a photo shoot type of area. So it was like different. How do I describe this? It wasn't different rooms because it was all one big room, but there was different like backgrounds and scenery throughout the whole thing. I literally have the pictures in my phone. I was like, Mom, I've been here before. Like I literally know exactly what this spot looks like. Obviously, it was years ago, so now somebody else owned it and it just looked totally different. Why, when the guy walks out, it's my coworker, mind you, because I just started a brand new job. I was telling y'all that. It's my coworker that I literally met the week before who like everybody at my job loves him, all the kids, all the staff, whatever. So I'm like, that's my coworker too. I'm like, this is 2 for 2. I know the spot and I know the person that owns the spot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I get in the car with my mom because we waiting. We had like a 6:45 appointment to go see the spot. I guess somebody else had a 6:30. So we got there like 6:22. So my mom was like, all right, we gotta wait. We got 6:45. Somebody else is about to come and look at it. Whatever. He waits around for the person. I guess he calls the person. 6:35 comes around. They don't show up. So he's like, all right, y'all just come in. I'm like, I walk in, I'm like, yo, do you remember me? Like, we literally just met like last week at our job. Like, he's like, oh shit, like, yeah, I do remember you. We chopping it up. Come, like, bro, like situations like that is just like so meaningful to me because it just lets me know that the universe put me in the right spot. Number one, with my job, it's put me in the right spot because I've met people that now the connections are going beyond my job, and now the connections are going beyond my job, and then the space was just exactly what I wanted. Like it was super low key, intimate to where like I could have a decent amount of people in there, but it still be intimate enough to where like, you know what I mean? Like it's still a party. Then it was local, like it was super local from my job and from my house. So not that I would be coming from work to my job, to the party, but whatever. But like it was just super local, and I was just like, wow, like this is so crazy. Then he was hella cool because obviously we had already just established that we knew each other. So like it was just dope. Like the whole interaction was dope. And I got in the car and I was so excited because I was like, yep, I want it. I want it. And it's funny because he was like, yo, the person that was coming before you at 6:30, they were trying to book for the same day you were trying to book. But the fact that they didn't show up, like I'ma just automatically let you get the spot. So I'm like, the universe is literally working for me. And I had been like mentally, I had been struggling so bad that week to where I was just like, I was doing everything I could to just like show myself love and like just pull myself out of that dark spot. And that moment alone was everything for me because it was like, see, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be trying to celebrate myself. I'm supposed to be, excited and planning things for me to enjoy myself and enjoy my family. So that was dope. Like I had to talk about that because that was super, super dope. Now, to get into the actual topics of today, my first question is, who am I without the labels beyond my career, my relationships, and societal roles, right? Because I feel like when I introduce myself to people, the first thing that I say is like, oh, I have a podcast. I just got a master's degree in criminal justice. I work here. I work here. I do this. I do this. But it's like, who am I without all of that stuff? Who am I without the master's degree, without the podcast, without the career of my dreams that I have, without the like outside of being a sister, a daughter, outside of all of that, who am I, right? And I've been really trying to hone into that question because I want to know exactly who a Jayla is so that I can build her to be better, number one, and so that I can be as close and connected to her as I possibly can walking into this new chapter of my life. And who is she? Like, she's a dedicated person. She's driven. She's hardworking. She is a problem solver. She is emotional. She is an emotional has like this negative connotation to it when people say like, "Oh, this emotional person." I'm emotional in all the best ways. I am emotional in the ways where I feel things differently. I like to call myself an overfeeler, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing either because I feel like when you think of overfeeler, you think of overthinker. The term over connected to anything makes it seem like you do it excessively. You're just so it's again a negative connotation. But for me, I'm just like, no, I'm a deep person. Like I'm really, really deep. I could meet somebody on the street and we could have the dopest conversation. And that is gonna stick with me for so long. And that person might go on with their life and totally be like, oh, I met some girl today. It was great. And then move on with their life. But for me, it's just like, oh my God, like that was such a meaningful connection. That was such a meaningful, random, spontaneous thing that just happened to me. I am somebody that takes things for face value and I analyze and think about everything deeper than a normal or regular person would be or would. And I enjoy that about myself because I feel like a lot of times people made me feel like that was an issue or that was something that like was so bad and like you're so sensitive. No, I'm not sensitive. I just like to be respected. I'm not sensitive. I just like to be talked to in a respectful manner or in an appropriate manner. I think that people like to label you as like emotional and sensitive when you don't allow them to do whatever they want to you, talk to you however they want, say what, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and I was watching this podcast the other day and it was like, the lady was like, I just feel like I'm a sensitive person. Like, you have to watch how you talk to me. You have to talk to me with care. Like, you don't need to raise your voice at me. You can say whatever you want to say to me, just say it nicely. And the woman that was interviewing her, she was like, no, you're not sensitive. You just want to be respected. And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that in and I'm gonna change how I say that from now on because it's like you're right. I'm not necessarily sensitive. I just want to be respected. So when it comes to who I am without the labels, I'm creative. I'm a visionary. I'm intuitive. I am a lover. I have a big heart. I'm super intelligent. Literally, if you tell me about a business idea or an idea you have in general, I can literally write you up a step-by-step business plan and take your business wherever you want to take it. Like literally ask anybody. Anybody that knows me, if you tell me you got a business idea, I promise you I'll have a business plan in your email by the end of the day. Because that's just how I am. Like I'm also like when it comes to like giving me your problems, like if you sit on the phone with me, you tell me 50 problems that you have. We're going to end the conversation with at least 100 solutions because I'm somebody where it's like, okay, we can talk about this problem all day and enough for you to get it out and for you to move on from it. But what are we doing about it? How are we going to solve it? How are you going to solve it? And how can I help you solve it? So if I am sitting on the phone as your listening ear, I'm literally going to make sure that you end this conversation by getting as many solutions as I could possibly think of. Whatever I feel like you could be doing to minimize the severity of this problem for you, because honestly also it's about how you think about problems or how you look at problems also. Some problems aren't necessarily problems when you remove your emotion out of them and you think logically. Again, I talked about that on a past episode where I was like, I haven't mastered the idea of taking your emotions out of something and leading with your logic. But like and that takes a lot of practice. That's also something that I'm realizing like a lot of the things that we want to master and a lot of the things that we want to be really good at take a lot of practice, like giving grace, forgiveness, all things that take practice. Like there's no possible way you can be super good at being logical and non-emotional if you haven't gone through a few experiences and like really really practiced that and gotten it down. So I feel like for me, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah. I feel like when it comes to problems, because I'm somebody too where it's like if something happens, I automatically think it's a problem. But realistically, once you like take a step back and be like, okay, maybe this isn't a problem. Maybe this is just a point of time where I have to pivot and I have to figure out other things or other options. And sometimes your problems are like good things because when you remove the word problem from it, it's actually something that's just has your attention that you have to just actually address. That's really it. Um, and like the concept of like me trying to figure out who I am without the labels is also goes hand in hand with me wanting to become my version of that girl or my version of her because I call myself her all the time. We all do it. Or we call ourselves that girl. Like she's that girl. She's What is your definition of that girl first of all? That girl to me is somebody who's ambitious, goal-oriented, organized, disciplined, confident, positive, and being that girl is not an idea of perfection. It's somebody who's that girl embraces their mistakes and uses them as tools to be better. That's where I think society and a lot of us get it mixed up because when we look at somebody and we call her that girl or she's her, we often think it has to come with this level of perfection that like is low key unrealistic because nobody's perfect and there's always going to be you can still be that girl and be going through it. You can still be her and be down and out, but it's all about how you take that moment of being down and out or going through it and make it into a positive and make it and apply it to who you can actually be in the future. So for me, like that's my definition of being that girl. And I want to, I absolutely feel like I am her. Like, yes, there are a lot of things that I feel like I could improve on, or I have, to continue to I have to do a lot more healing. I have a lot more therapy sessions in me that I need to do in order to really be the person that I want to be or the person that I envision. But she's not far off. Like she's literally very close to me. Like I can almost look at her when like she's literally standing behind the door. Like, girl, you got a few more things to get through before you can get to me. But I see you. The door is gonna be open when you get to me. But it also comes with like I've also been trying to really romanticize my life. Like what are the small things that I can do to really be inspired? And you know what? I have like my job is like super awesome because not only is it the career that I've been like dreaming of and low key like staying down and waiting for, but the schedule of it is also super convenient because I go to work at 10 a.m. and then my normal work day is 10 to 6. So usually I get up in the morning, I watch a podcast. I haven't been starting my mornings with the news or with TV in so long. I think that watching podcasts for me as a podcaster is a super beneficial way to get me inspired because I watch podcasts first thing in the morning and it's like, oh my God, that talking point was amazing. That guest was amazing. Like, and it's just, and sometimes, bro, oh my God, my favorite podcast lately has been All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and hold on, I'm about to get his name right now. I always fucking forget it. Hold on, hold on. Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Oh my God, they're fucking phenomenal podcasters, okay, and interviewers. And my favorite episode of theirs was the one with Mad Max, Maxwell Vernon or Vernon Maxwell. Hold on. Why do I always forget people's names? That's so ridiculous. Hold on. Vernon Maxwell, that's his name, but they call him Mad Max, obviously. I watched that episode. That shit was so funny. Mad Max is so fucking funny. And then you know what? I loved that episode so much. I sent it to my dad. I was like, yo, you gotta watch this. Shit is funny. Shit is fire. Now my dad loves a good laugh too. I'm literally getting ready in the morning, doing my hair, and I'm weak. Weak. Never like just so weak because that podcast is so funny. Then like a week later, I go on Instagram and I was already in the comments on that episode because everybody loved it. Like it was getting mad love on YouTube, Instagram, everything. A week later, I go on Instagram and it's a video of Mad Max and he's like, yo, like y'all love my episode so much. Thank you so much. And because of y'all, now I'm a part of All the Smoke. So now he's on the show. And I was just like, a genius move. Like like, bro, he's so fucking funny, bro. Mad Max, if you see this, bro, please come on the couch and talk to me because I know you would have me rolling. Okay. I have so many. Oh my God. I love it. Like I literally love it. And like I was be watching that podcast. I picked that one a lot because I know if I wake up and I'm not in the mood and I put on All the Smoke, I promise you I'm leaving the house in a better mood. I promise you I'm happy because I didn't laugh for fucking 45 minutes straight. That one, Act Normal, also, has also been good for me. Um, B. Simone's, what is it called? Let's Try This Again. Her episode with Light Skin Keisha, that one was fire. I really, really liked that. Angie Martinez in Real Life, the one with Ashanti and the one with Tiana Taylor. They're kind of old now, but Tiana Taylor's one is kind of old. But that one was fire. Ashanti, both episodes Ashanti was on was great. What else? What other pods have I really, really been into? Damn, my memory is shitty. See, all those years I spent smoking, I no longer smoke anymore. Did you guys know that? Oh, Don't Call Me White Girl. I've been watching that one. No Funny Shit podcast. Oh my God. How could I forget? How could I forget? No Funny Shit podcast is literally so fucking funny. No funny shit. Okay, no pun intended. Bro. And the thing that I love about No Funny Shit podcast, there's two things. It's a bunch of New York niggas sitting on the couch, chopping it up, being hilarious. That's number one. I love anything that has to do with New York. I just think we're the best. We are literally the best. Number two, every time I post, like, I'll post my TV and it'll be like the No Funny Shit podcast, like logo or whatever, because I'm about to watch the episode. Every time I post them on my podcast page, they literally, I remember one time I posted a picture of the No Funny Shit logo because I was about to watch the episode and I was like, I love them. Like, this is my favorite show. And they literally DM'd me back and they was like, we love you back. I was like, yo, these guys, I love them. I love them. I think their show is so awesome. But yeah, like I've been taking my time in the mornings, really trying to romanticize my life, drinking my coffee, eating my fruit. That's one thing I've really been into in the mornings too, is just eating fruit. Like, I don't know what's been happening, bitch, but I've been acting like a fucking rabbit in the morning. I don't know. But eating fruit, eating my oatmeal, I've been getting back to doing that because I have high cholesterol. I don't know if y'all knew that. It runs in my family. It's super genetic. My dad has it. Every one of my uncles have it. I don't know if I ever told y'all that, but yeah, I have high cholesterol. Hey, I've had it since I was like 8 though. So it's just something that I've just learned to live with. And like I've changed my eating habits and like going to the gym like really, really helps keep my numbers down. And oatmeal helps also. Like eating that consistently, I'll be straight. So I fell off for a little bit because I used to eat it all the time. Like every fucking morning, my dad would make me eat oatmeal and I like put strawberries in it to like make it better for me, but or make it like just more I don't know. I feel like it tastes better when you put fucking fruit in it. But I fell off because I was like, bro, I used to eat that shit every fucking day as a girl. I'm not doing it anymore. But I'm like, nah, that shit really, really is good for me. So I've been doing that, taking my vitamins. I just been really romanticizing my life and getting back to me and like overdoing it with the self-care, because I feel like we always think self-care is like going to get your nails done, going to get your hair done. But like, no, self-care is really taking the time to do whatever you want to do for you and enjoying it. Like, that's really what it is. Like, so yeah, I've just been doing small things to get me more inspired, romanticizing my life, being more like body positive and like self-acceptant of my body. Because I feel like as a woman, society makes you super self-conscious of every fucking thing. Your face has to be super perfect. You can't have any pimples, can't have any acne. Your body has to be super proportioned and super slim and thick. And it's just like, girl, I don't give a fuck what society's perception of my body or anybody else's body is, as long as I'm comfortable with it and as long as I love it. So going to the gym has been super beneficial for me, because it's like, I don't know, when I always have these like moments of, and I'm like an athletic girl. Like when I was in high school, I ran track, I played basketball, I played volleyball, like I did all the things. So as an adult, like obviously it's super hard to like maintain your body and get in the gym and schedule time in the gym, because you got to go to work. And then I have this podcast, and I have so much that I'm trying to do throughout the day. So it's like it's hard to consistently be in there if you're not built into that routine. So sometimes I do fall off, and it's just like months before I'm back in the gym. But and always around my birthday, I get back into that momentum where it's like, no, I gotta be healthy. Like I gotta, and that sucks, because it's like it should be like an all year thing, but like my birthday is always just something that like really motivates me and pushes me to want to be back to my best self, so I can walk into a new year like just totally feeling myself. But I just, as women, we have to embrace all body types. I think that's another thing. Society has us judging people who may be heavier than us or skinnier than us. Like Coil Ray, they were shaming Coil Ray for being too skinny. Girl, what? What are you talking about? Then Lizzo. They had so much to say about Lizzo, so much to the point where Lizzo, and not even to say that Lizzo only went and got in the gym because of what people were saying about her, because that's not what I'm saying at all. But Lizzo's was beautiful. Lizzo is beautiful regardless of what fucking number she weighs. It doesn't fucking matter. But obviously she got back in the gym, and she's, or she got in the gym, she's doing her thing, trying to, build a healthier life for herself. And she lost so much weight. But I feel like she was beautiful regardless. And all the hate that she used to get, like, I was just like, what the actual fuck? Who cares what number I see when I step on the scale? It's not your fucking body. So that's why I'm like, and even that moment of time where she was really getting a lot of hate in the media, I didn't understand it, because I was just like, but then it's like, that's society for you. That's society for you. If you don't look perfect to the T, they're gonna pick you apart. And I'm just like, bro, she was a beautiful woman. Her career is amazing. She was literally at a pivotal point in her career. So it's like tearing her down for her body type is like just crazy. So it even makes me like self reflect and be like, no, you have to really be secure within yourself, because as a podcaster, who knows? I can get one fucking viral clip and somebody could see me and pick me the fuck apart and be like, oh, her hair, oh, her body. Bitch, fuck you. Okay. I feel good on this couch. I look good. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to be, especially as a woman in her 20s who's on social media and fucking has to deal with society every day. You have to be secure within yourself, because society has the ability to make you hate yourself like entirely. When it's like, you're that girl, you are beautiful, you inside and out, despite what you look like, you are a beautiful person. So allowing social media to get into here is why you have to be so secure within myself. And I was just having this conversation with myself actually the other day, because I was at work, and I was at work, and it's not that I was surrounded by people that made me question myself, because that's not it at all. But there are moments where I'm like, damn, girl, like, I don't know. The devil gets in your head and causes you to self-doubt, but it's like, I know that I'm sitting at this table for a reason. I didn't already told y'all I'm sitting at this table because that seat was perfectly curated for me. So, and then that's why in the moments that I do have self-doubt, in the moments where I'm like going back on my security within myself, I'm like, girl, no, you were put here for a reason. You know, this is your seat. This literally has your name on it. I went to a meeting the other day with my executive director, and we went to one of the school districts that I'm going to be working in. And our program had been on hold for a while because she was trying to find new staffing. And just the program was just in a transitional phase. So she really had to put it on hold just to figure everything out first and then go back in. We go back in, and the principal was like, oh my God, where have you guys been? Like, we've been waiting for you, whatever. She looks at me and she looks at him, and she's like, I was searching for her. I wanted to fall out. I literally almost melted to the ground. And like little things like that let me know, like for her doing that was just like, oh, I knew I was already here for a reason. I knew God put me here and I knew this seat had my name on it, but she just let me know like, nah, I was searching for her. I was searching for the right person and I found her and we're back. So situations like that, like my security within myself is so secure because I know, first of all, I know what I bring to the table when it comes to work, relationships, platonic or romantic. I know, like, even when it comes to my friendships, I know what I bring to my friends. That's why, and maybe this is a bad example because me and my homegirls have been locked in forever, like literally middle school, first job type shit. Like these are my friends that I've literally carried with me through life. So maybe they're not the best example, but I know what I bring to those relationships, just like I know what they bring to me. If I, God forbid, me and all three of my homegirls stop talking right now and we all fell out, I would be fucking sick. I would lose my mind because I know what each and every one of them brings to my life. Like Tiaja, she's gonna fucking sit me down and she's gonna bring the logic. She's gonna be like, listen, I love you, and I know you probably don't want to fucking hear this, but girl, you're absolutely wrong. Let me tell you why I think you're absolutely wrong. But let me not, I'm not judging you, but let me tell you why I think you're wrong and what you could have done better. Right? Jada's gonna give me that same hard, blunt, honest truth, but she's also going to be like, I understand why you did what you did though, because she's also seen my trauma. She's seen my entire journey from then to now. When I first met her to now, I met her when we were like, what, 17, 18? We're literally fucking 24, 25 right now. So she's going to give me that like blunt reality of like what I could have done differently. But she's also going to be like, I understand why you did that though, because you've been through some shit and you have every right to still operate in some of these maybe not so healthy ways of living. But let's as your homegirl, let's talk about it. Like literally a situation that I was going through like a couple weeks ago, she literally would text me every day. Like, listen, if you need to vent, drop it in my phone. Drop it in my messages. I might be busy, but I'm gonna get back to it and I'm gonna let you know exactly how I feel. I promise you, you're not alone. I got you. It's Ziri. It's Ziri is more of the carefree, like super fun, super loving homegirl of mine because she lives her life to no limits. Like she is really that homegirl where it's like, girl, fuck that. It's okay. Let's go out. You feeling down? Let's go out. Let's go get some drinks. Let's go get some food. What you want to do? Like, are you all right? Like, but she's also the person where like I go to her house and let's say I haven't seen her in like months. Actually, just happened like last weekend. If I haven't seen her in months, I'll sit on her bed. We'll cuddle up, bitch, and she'll be like, listen. So tell me what's going on. What's the tea? What have I been missing, right? And I'll tell her, and I told her this whole crazy story that I went through. And she was like, "Oh no, bitch, fuck that. Ew. What the fuck? What? No, fuck that nigga. Fuck that bitch. It's okay. We cool. We locked in. Okay, I'm glad you went through that though. I'm glad you got that lesson under your belt, but still like she's always going to be like, "Oh, fuck them." Anything that's not aligned with me or in opposing me, she's gonna be like, oh, fuck that bitch. You don't need that. Fuck that nigga. You don't need him. Fuck that girl. You don't need to be her friend. Fuck that job. Fuck that school. She's so carefree. And like, I have the best balance of both because it's like, I have the best balance of all my homegirls because it's like, I have the serious one. I have the one that's serious, but she's also understanding of how I feel. And don't get me wrong, they're all understanding of how I feel. Like they all are my biggest supporters, but their different personalities are so amazing to where like without each and every one of them, I would be lost. So it's just like knowing what your friends bring to you and what you bring to them. Like I'm so secure within that. And then it's like my romantic relationships. Like I know the person that I am. Like a good woman knows she's a good woman. Like there's literally nothing that I should have to convince somebody about because I know what I bring to the table and who I am. So it's just again, I'm at a point in my life where I'm so secure within myself and I love myself like inside and out. And I've also learned to love my own company. Like I enjoy doing things alone. Like there are certain things that I'll be invited to and like I'll go alone. And then people come up to me like, you came here by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, girl, what the fuck I was supposed to be scared of? Like, what was I supposed to be scared of? Even like when it comes to like me going on like podcasts and stuff. I remember, I forget what podcast it was, but I remember I was like going to shoot an episode with somebody and they were like, oh, you pulled up by yourself? I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, that's fire. I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I just go places alone and I don't like, And then it was like, yeah, but you don't know us. I said, that's weird for you to even say that because I wasn't even thinking that I could possibly walk into a negative situation and me being by myself may be a problem. But I I do everything by myself. Like I absolutely enjoy my own company. And I think that also boils down to all the time that I spent working on myself and making sure that like going to therapy and healing and growing. Like I love myself so much. I think she's literally the dopest person in the world to the point where I want to spend all my time with her. So when it comes to like me finding like romantic partners, like you literally have to I have to enjoy you more than I enjoy being by myself. And you know how hard that is? That's why it never fucking works. Okay. That's why I'm always fucking by myself because it never fucking works. Even my homegirls, like, don't get me wrong, I love being around my homegirls. Like, you know, when those memes where it's like you go to hang out with your homegirls for a little bit and then life is worth living again. That's every single time I see my homegirl, that's literally the scenario and like the case. So it's just like, I don't know. And my homegirls is different because they're just phenomenal women. Like I don't even know how I got so blessed with like the greatest humans to be like in my circle and in my corny in my corner. But I'm so grateful. Like, I don't know. Anyway, my next topic, I feel like that went on forever. Um, letting go of the need for external validation. Oh God, this was such an issue for me when I first started my podcast because I feel like when you start something, you always want everybody around you to love it. You want them to be fans of it. You want them to think it's the dopest thing ever. And especially like when it came to my immediate circle, I wanted everybody to support me. I wanted everybody on the show. I wanted everybody to be included. But it's like I have to believe in this dream more than anybody else because it's my dream. So if I'm seeking validation from other people, I'm never going to get anywhere because I need to be seeking validation from myself. Am I putting out authentic content? Is it genuine? Is it absolutely what I stand for? And even when I first started podcasting, that's what I always used to say. If it's not authentic and it's not unapologetically aligned with me, I'm not putting it out. I'm not doing it. Like and that's been my motto ever since. So it's like if you're constantly seeking validation from other people, there are times you may never get it. So it's like if you never get it, what are you doing now? Are you just sitting on your dream thinking that everybody hates it and you're just lacking like what are you doing? Like are you going to stop your dreams because you feel like other people are not supporting it? And on top of that, like we all know this because this is something that I've learned crazy. Your biggest fans are going to be people you don't even know. So it's like seeking validation from your immediate circle. That should not be your target audience. There's so many other people all around the world that are going to listen to you and gravitate towards you who don't even fucking know you. A lot of my listeners are across the fucking world. Actually, a large majority of my listeners are fucking in Texas. I've never been to fucking Texas. So I don't even know where y'all found me or how you got here, but I love you and I thank you because like, hello, a lot of people that support you are going to be people you don't even know, never met a fucking day in my life. But that's how these businesses and this entrepreneurship works. Like seeking external validation from other people is only going to lead you to doubting yourself and not standing on your dream how you should stand on your dream. I think like that's like the biggest thing that I've learned during podcast while this whole journey of podcasting is make sure you believe in your dream more than everybody else. Who gives a fuck who doesn't like it? Who gives a fuck who doesn't? I remember I had family members that used to say like, "Oh, your podcast is not necessarily for me." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? It's not, and if it's not for you, it's not supposed to be for you. So what the fuck? Yeah, and I'm talking about women empowerment and mental health and shit. Clearly, if it's not for you, we understand the type of person you are. Please get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you saying? And that was a thing too. Like I had a lot of family members that would just shit on this dream. So crazy to the point where it's like, oh, well, if your podcast ever makes it anywhere or if your podcast ever does anything, what? Fuck you. I literally have family members to this day that I have not forgiven for shit like that because fuck you, bitch. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's why I've been all up and down your timeline on these other podcasts and other platforms and doing all this other shit. And now I'm about to make you sick with how far Just Jay goes. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. That's why I said in my first episode that I recorded in this studio, I was like, I'm going to fucking make everybody that doubted me so sick to their stomach. You're literally going to have to go to the hospital. I swear to God. I'm not even joking. Like I have so much boss energy around me to where everything in my life is thriving right now. Like even when it comes to like, because I equate boss energy to like financial independence, right? So we all know I have my 9 to 5, right? Well, my 10 to 6. Okay, if we're being technical, I have my 10 to 6. I have my side hustle, which is Jackson, right? I do that all the time. I literally did that yesterday. What's today? Sunday? Yeah, I did that yesterday. And then our passion projects. This podcast is obviously my passion project. Your passion projects could very well make you income. And that could be another side hustle, right? But my passion project is strictly that. It's really just to get my passion out and connect with people and share my experience to do different things, right? So my boss energy is super radiant right now. Like literally, I look at my calendar throughout the month. My April calendar is fucking packed, lit. Okay. It's always like that because of my birthday and my mom's birthday. Like I make sure that we have events and things to do. But I have so many events coming up. I have events for I have like next week I have to go to a book release and it's in the city and it's like for this a book series that I was reading that I was so invested in that I love so much, right? The author was like, "Okay, I'm going to drop the third book. You got to meet me here. I'll get you a signed copy." I was like, "Signed copy? What?" Yeah, so I'm going to go literally right after work and go right to the city and it's like a book release slash like party type of thing. So obviously the book drops at midnight, but we're going to it starts at 9 o'clock. Whatever, doesn't matter. But like things like that, like I'm doing more things for myself that I'm thoroughly gonna enjoy that. Like when I tell you I loved this book series, it's the Powerless book series by Lauren Roberts. Fearless, the third book is coming out. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, I thoroughly enjoyed that book. So, and you guys know I'm trying to get my Bookstagram up and running. A Jayla reads if you don't know. But I'm trying to get my Bookstagram up and running. So things like that. I'm investing in my passion projects. Like that's going to be great content for my Bookstagram. This is going to be great content for my podcast. Like the new studios I'm looking into, the collabs that I have coming in, the content that I'm about to. I have learned so much in the past 2 months about podcasting and reading and just life that I feel the boss energy around me. So I'm just like, and with this new career that I have, like the income from that is allowing me to fuel the income from that and my side hustles is allowing me to fuel my passion projects and really do it and really make it something this time. So that's why I'm like, this is gonna be amazing because I'm finally getting all the blessings. I'm finally getting everything I'm supposed to be receiving. So it's just like things are moving how they're supposed to be moving, and I'm so grateful for it. Whew. Um, oh, the next topic that I wanted to talk about is the dreams that I've been having. Um, I got to go back to the beginning of the first dream that I had. So a couple weeks ago, my ex, my exes, I won't even single anybody out. My exes were in my dreams consistently, like faithfully. Like it'll be one this day, one the next day, then one would be in it for like 3 consecutive days. Then it would go back and rotate from the beginning. I was like, what the fuck are these men doing in my goddamn dreams? Why are they here? Why are they here? Why are they here? And then, because I'm super into like the meanings behind dreams, and I feel like everything has a meaning, right? So I'm like, that's literally my higher self telling me you still have things you have to heal from these relationships. Yes, you know, some of these relationships ended 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Some of them ended a year ago. Some of them 6 months ago. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's a lot that I still have to heal from. And like again, like what I was saying on my last solo episode, you can only know what you still have to heal from when you're in the dating pool and when you have people that can like play on those triggers and bring certain things out of you. Because if you're single, you're never really going to know. You're always going to think, oh, I'm healing, I'm growing, I'm doing all the things. But when you are actually involved with someone and someone's able to point out your triggers and like push those buttons a little bit, that's when you really see, okay, I still have some work to do. So in those dreams, and mind you, a lot of the dreams that they were in, they were just there. They were literally just there. And then I would wake up and I'm like, it's not that their presence alone bothered me. It was just like, why the fuck are you here? But I realized like it's just my higher self again telling me, yo, you still have some things to think about and to analyze and to just go through, where it's just like you got to go through the process of healing and then applying what you're learning, you know? So that was like that was like a heavy like 2 week period of my dreams, right? Then, oh my God, my grandma came into my dream one day And again, this was like during the time where I was going through like a really, really hard mental time, but I was low key coming out of it. Like I was on the other side, but I was like, I knew that I was still kind of sad, but I was coming out of it to the point where I was like, okay, I'm feeling better. I know that in a couple days, this is really gonna be past me, and I'm gonna be super back to myself. And that's exactly what happened. But this day I had woken up and my grandma was literally, again, she was just there. Like a lot of my dreams, like they're like off the, and that's not even off the wall, because sometimes they're off the wall, sometimes it's just regular, and they just have like people in them, and like it's not even like anything crazy is happening. It's just the presence of certain people is what's symbolic, and that's what I realized over the years, to where it's like some of my dreams are very off the wall and they're very crazy and they're very, some of them are nightmares and just all of the things, and then some of them are just like my higher self or the universe will place certain people in there just to give that presence, just to be like, okay, you haven't seen this person in a while. Look at them. Look at them, and what does it bring up in you? Right. And then I wake up and I'm like, why the fuck was he there? And then it's just like, no, girl, why was he there? Hello. Like, like do the actual inner mental work. So my grandma was in my last dream, just there. And like, it was the first dream that I had had of her since she passed away. Right. So like 2 nights ago, and I told Jackson's mom this, and she was like, oh my God, I'm going to tell you what she said after I tell you the dream. And I was just telling Pancho this too. It was kind of crazy. But I had, in the dream, I knew that I was older, but like the dream was from my point of view. So it was from my eyes, but I knew that I was an older woman. Like it wasn't who I am now. Like I was an older woman. And there was a little girl in front of me. Little girl looked just like me. I shit you not. It was almost like I was looking at a younger version of myself. Had glasses and everything. Black glasses, like a pink outfit. It kind of gave like pink and orange, like Dora vibes. And I was looking at her and I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like you look just like me. And she was like, yeah, because you're my mom. And she said that, and I was just staring at her in the dream, and then I woke up. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck? What was that about? Like that, it threw me off guard, because I've never, obviously as a woman, you dream of like your fairy tale wedding and your kids and your husband and your house and all these things. I've always had those dreams, but they've never been like super, I've never been obsessed over it. Like it's just never, something that I know I'm going to get to eventually, but it's never been something that I'm obsessed over. So when I had the dream, I was like, oh my God. Okay, so I know that I get there, and I was telling Jackson's mom, and she was like, maybe, she was like, you've gone through such a transition right now. You're about to turn 25. Like, this is such a transitional phase for you. Maybe that's your higher self telling you, like, we get there eventually. You have to go through all this shit first, but we get there eventually. You do become a mother. You do have a little you. And the fact that it was a girl, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was just like, wow. Like, it was so powerful to me, because it was like, it just let me know how in touch with my higher self I actually am, and all of the work that I've been doing to find myself and to fall in love with myself completely and in totality, like, has been so beneficial, because I'm connected to her. Like, for her to be in my dreams and I am literally her, and I know that I'm her, because I literally woke up and I was like, I know that wasn't me presently. I know that was me in a higher realm. I know that was me in far, far from now. But I was like, that was her. I was literally in her body giving her perspective. And the little girl was like, yeah, I know, because you're my mom. Duh. That's why I'm beautiful. And I was like, oh my God. And on top of that, I taught that little girl self-worth. I taught that little girl self-love. I love that. Like, oh my God, it was so powerful, so beautiful. It's like my dreams have been playing a major part in like my mental lately. And I'm like, I'm grateful for it, because it's just like, I don't know. I've always been somebody where it's like, I know that my dreams mean something, and I really, really pay attention to that. So the way, like with it going from my grandma being in my dream for the first time since she's passed away to my future daughter, whoa, like what? Like, oh my God, like that was so symbolic for me. And I was just, girl, oh my God. I don't even know how long I've been talking here, but the last thing that I wanted to talk about um was things that I've learned in my 20s, right? Because obviously I'm halfway there. I'm almost halfway there. I'm 4 weeks out. Literally 4 weeks from today, I'll be 25. But some things because I see girls do this on TikTok all the time, and it's like them in their 30s, and they're like, things that I knew in my 20s that I wish I would have known or told my younger self, things like that. We're gonna go through this list, and then this is gonna be like my closing of the episode because I feel like we got a lot of topics off, and we for it to be an impromptu episode, it actually went really well. And like, remember I was saying in the beginning, like I hate impromptu episodes because I feel like I ramble and my mind goes everywhere. That was actually pretty fucking great. Like, shout out to me. See, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm in my boss energy mode. See, you can't tell me nothing. Oh my God. God is always with me. This is beautiful. Anyway, I think this is 10 things. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's 10 things. Number one. Wait, let me give you a little intro. 10 things I have learned in my 20s as an almost 25-year-old. 1, you are enough just as you are. Stop seeking validation from others. Number 2, learn to say no. It's a form of self-respect. Hold that thought, because the way that I have been, girl, I haven't been answering DM. Like, this is how I know that like I'm really really getting to a different form of myself, because I'm really really selective with the access that I give other people to me, right? If I don't feel like talking on the phone, or if I don't feel like answering a goddamn text message, I'm going to wait until I am ready. And I'm be like, "Hey, my bad. Hey, this is the answer to your question. Hey, this is whatever," and continue the conversation, right? Even when it comes to my DMs on Instagram, because I post things and people always feel like they have the ability to comment on it, or whether it's good or bad, whatever their comment is. Sometimes I just want to post shit and go. I don't really want to hear your fucking feedback. So sometimes, but I have DMs upon DMs upon DMs from weeks and weeks ago, from days ago, hours ago, that I'm just like, no, I'm not in the mood to answer that. So I'm not going to. And hey, maybe people are thinking like, oh, this bitch thinks she's all fucking that. Yeah, I do. Anyway, back to my list. Number 3, negotiate your salary. Men do it all the time, and you should too. Don't settle for nothing, okay? Because, like I said, there's a lot of double standards in society, and we'll talk about that on another episode. But men do it all the time. Men put themselves first in careers. Men put themselves first when it comes to romantic relationships. So put yourself first, because that man is going to do it. So why can't you? Number 4, your entire identity is not defined by your career. I feel like we always be like, oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm a businesswoman. I'm a podcaster. I do all these things. And we think that our identity is defined by that. Like, oh, I have to be this amazing person because I do this. No, your identity is defined by you alone, not what you do. So I'm gonna leave that there, because I feel like I think also this has to do with society. Society makes us think we have to be doing some profound career for us to have an identity. That's not true at all. Number 5, not everyone is meant to stay in your life, and that's okay. Some people are there to teach you a lesson. Some people are there for a lifetime. Use your discernment. Number 6, friendships evolve, and losing some along the way is also okay. We know friendship breakups are super hard and super emotional. But now that I'm looking back at it, right? Like I just told you guys, I have amazing friends right now, like the best homegirls I could have ever asked for in my life. Like as a little girl, these are the friends that I prayed for all my life, bro. You know that moment when you go through middle school and everybody's catty and petty and just mean? These are the friends that I prayed for my entire life. I shit you not. Like all 3 of them. Like literally shout out to Tiaja, Jada, and Itiri. I swear to God, these are the friends I prayed for my whole life. And looking back now on like some of the friendship breakups that I've gone through, they couldn't sit here. They couldn't sit at this table. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. They couldn't sit at this table. And looking back on the things that we fell out over, or the things that we couldn't agree on, they couldn't sit here. And I'm just going to keep it like that. Number 7, therapy isn't just for when things are falling apart. It's for consistent growth. I think when I was younger, I thought, and this is probably everybody, because society has this negative connotation of therapy. We often think we have to be going through something and so down and out to go to therapy. And you can be, because that also is what it's for. You can be. It's there to get you through hard situations. But it doesn't always have to be negative. It can literally be. Sometimes I go sit in my therapist and I tell her all the positive things in my life right now. And she's like, see, look at how much you've grown since the first time I met you. Think of how much you've grown last week when you were going through this. Like, it's for consistent growth. Number 8, being single is better than being in the wrong relationship. Girl, please. We'll talk about that later. Number 9, growth is uncomfortable, but staying the same is worse. These are fucking eating, aren't they? I know. Yeah. Okay. Number 10, learn to enjoy your own company. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. I think that that's something that I learned really, really early on, like early in my 20s, where I was like, because I don't ever really think I felt the emotion of being lonely. Like, I have always enjoyed being alone. I've always enjoyed my solitude. So don't get me wrong. Like, after you go through a breakup, you're always going to be like, oh, I'm so lonely, like without this person. Yeah. But are you really? But are you fucking really? Like, no. And every time I said that shit, it was never true, because the next day I was like, no, I actually enjoy being back by myself. You feel me? Like, being alone and being lonely are two separate things. And I think we often confuse the two. I don't genuinely feel like I've ever been like a lonely person or in a lonely state, because I've always enjoyed being alone. And I think once you master or get a good grip on being alone and enjoying that company, you feel lonely less and less, or hardly ever. So that was all I had to say today. That was a really good episode, even though wow, oh my God, I'm proud of myself. See, that's what happens. Bitch, I'm a podcaster, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. That was so ghetto. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'll see y'all next week. I have some really good collabs coming up. I don't know if I'll probably drop my collab before this episode comes out, but either way, I have another one coming. Don't you trip, baby. Like I told you, we working, we got boss energy. I hope everybody's tapping into their higher self and becoming the woman or the man that they really wanted to be. I know a lot of my topics are generally steered towards women. I'm going to work on that. On that. But actually, you know what's funny? I have 2 collabs coming up that are with men. Both of them are with men. So I have 2 men, and then I have a doctor that's coming after. But don't worry. Don't worry. I got some men up here that are going to really bring that perspective. I think that's also something that I'm really working on with Just J too, is not steering away from, but adding more male perspectives. I think that's something that I really, really need to work on. And I'm doing it. So prepare to see some really dope men, dope creatives. I'm not going to give y'all too much information. I'm just going to let y'all see the episodes, baby. But yeah, bye. See you next time. Love you so much. Have a great week, a great weekend. Turn up. Do your big one, sis. Do your big one, sir, brother, whatever. Bye.